What's going on? Tony from LearnAutoBodyAndPaint.com with another live stream. We're only going to be on for maybe 20-30 minutes, maybe not even. I just wanted to get on here to be consistent. We're going to talk about a couple of things on auto body, and I hope you enjoy. And like always, it always takes a little while before people start getting on. There we go. We got one person watching. It just takes a little while once we put this live, people getting the notifications, checking their email, checking their phone, actually jumping on, and then the email sending out for people to know that we're live, right? It takes a little bit of time. So thank you for coming on. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the show. All right, so this is going to be a interactive training, okay? Interactive training. I am just editing some of the text here really quickly, and we'll be getting to the hardcore training in just a second here. Don't mind me. Okay, just wanted to, I should have done this earlier, but I just wanted to get this out to you really quickly. Don't mind me. I am here and you are live, and I don't want to waste your time. So 1 second here. Plus it's good that people are getting on right now. You know, it takes about 5-7 minutes before we have an audience, a big enough audience to actually get this thing going. So thank you guys for joining. This is going to be an interactive training. Okay, so I want you to play full out with me, because the more you give me, the more I can give you. If you look below, if you're on your desktop, if you look below, you could just type in the chat. If you're on mobile, you could basically type in the chat as well and let me know what's going on. So before we get started, can you guys on right now just tell me where you're from? If you could just type in where you're from really quickly. I can just call those out really quick, just so, because it's fun. Type in the chat box. Just say, yeah, I'm from here, or I'm from there. Type in where you're from really quickly in the chat box for those of you coming on. And then we will get started with the 20 to 30 minute show. I don't want to go too long. I know you guys are busy. It's late. Well, it's not that late, right? And we could get into the quick little training, and then I want to get into answering your Q&A. All right, New Zealand, Kentucky. All right, awesome. For those of you guys coming on right now, if you just want to type in where you're from, I'm going to call you guys out really quickly. This is an interactive training. I want you to play full out with me. This way I can, you know, we can get this thing going. It's fun when we start talking to each other, right? Maine, Memphis, Tennessee. Yeah, I love it. From all over the world. Okay, now, how many of you guys in here currently have a project that you're working on? Type it into the chat. And yeah, I'm having a sip of some Dos Equis here. Type it into the chat, whatever you're working on, type of projects that you're doing, and also type in what you need help with, all right, why you're here. Chattanooga. That reminds me of Chattanooga. That reminds me of the Arnold saying, get to the chopper. Anyway, motorcycle, hard bags, awesome. Hard bags are awesome. Bulldog 30. All right, awesome. Looks like we got some people coming in here. Now, since we have some people on, let's get cranking. Now remember, this is going to be an interactive training after I go over what I want to get off my chest about spraying, right, about the garage, then we could get into your Q&A. We'll spend 15 or so minutes on Q&A, and then we will say goodnight, and I will see you later. Camaro, awesome, awesome, great. So how many of you guys are painting in a spray booth? Type into the chat, yeah, I'm spraying with a spray booth, or you're going to be doing it in your garage, okay? And, you know, let's get on to the topic of painting, of just painting in general, all right? A lot of people have fear that they need a spray booth, right? They need to have a special spray booth and they need to bake the paint to get awesome paint jobs, right? How many of you guys believe that, right? Or have heard that before, and maybe you have the false belief that that's true. Is it, I mean, am I on the same page with you guys here? Have you guys came across people saying, well, you have to bake your paint, or you have to be in a totally dust-free environment with a spray booth, with suctions and this and that, right? Okay, you don't believe it. Great, great. Well, you know, it doesn't have to be like that. We could be like Bulldog here. You could do homemade styled, put plastic up, have some ventilation, filters, no filters, whatever, and you can get amazing paint jobs just like that. Okay? I mean, back in the 70s and early 80s, probably in the 60s too, people used to paint their cars, DIY stuff, right? Us Americans and Australians, we are truly DIY people, right? When you go to Japan, believe it or not, all of this stuff that we do here is like, it's like they're blown away. They don't do this stuff when you go to Japan, mostly Japan. I travel to Japan a lot. My wife is Japanese, but they don't do any DIY. Like, you know, if you go to Japan, nobody's fixing up their car in the garage. Everything is like done by the books. They have this style of mentality, and you know, if something's wrong with the car, they got to take it to the mechanic. Everything's done by the book. You know, nobody like in Japan has their own home air compressor at their house, or like it's very, very rare, is what I'm saying. It's pretty crazy. But you talk to us, you know, the Americans, the Canadians, the Australians, we are more of a DIY person. We're like, shit, you know, if I could save some money and do it myself, you know, we want to do things ourselves. We want to have that skill set, and that's amazing, right? That's awesome. I just wanted to get that out there and teach you more about that. So, listen, when it comes down to the bare grits of things, you don't need to have crazy setup to get amazing professional finishes on your car. All right, you don't need to be spraying in a spray booth. Okay, like I said, sometimes people spray outside in the yard, right, with bugs flying around and everything. Not a big deal, right? And if there's a bug lands in it, you just sand it out, repaint that area, and maybe buff it out, and you're good, right? Old school if you're doing enamel paint jobs. But nowadays, it's so much easier at the base coat, clear coat. If you make a mistake, it's easy. Especially with the base coat. You make a mistake, you just sand it out, wait 30 minutes, and you just dust it, and you're good, right? Clear coat, if you get a little bit of dust in it, as long as you have enough clear on it, you could just sand it out after you're done, after it cures and dries, and buff it out, right? Not too bad, not too bad. So I paint in my shop here, right? Let me show you my shop, okay? It's not crazy, right? I got a little shop here, and we bang out amazing paint jobs here. Amazing, like professional show shine finishes. I did this Miata here, right? We're going to be doing that one here in the next couple of months. Hopefully before next year, if not early in next year, we're going to be doing a complete paint job on this BMW after fixing up our front bumper cover, the rear. The hood has to be done and stuff like that. So the main thing is, if you're painting in your own home garage, right, basically make sure you sweep out your shop, okay? Sweep out the floors. You could even come in, get a hose, and hose down your floors. Wet your floors down before you start painting, right? This keeps the dust down. And if it's hot out, yeah, it'll dry up, right? It's going to evaporate very quickly, but it's okay. Hose your shop out just to get most of the dust down and out, right? And you put your car in the middle of your shop, and you cover up some of your toolboxes if you don't want to overspray. But with overspray, you want to get particular and cover up your tools and your walls and stuff if you're doing a single stage paint job. Okay, single stage is basically acrylic enamel, synthetic enamel paints where it's a one stage. Okay, hence single stage, right? Where it's just color. It's like women's nail polish, right? It's just a one color. It dries shiny, and that's it, right? You're done. It's a single stage, and you put 2 to 3 heavy coats of that paint on, and you're done. And let me warn you, that stuff is thick, okay? And it gets everywhere. Like if you go in with black shoes and you're painting a white car, you're gonna walk out with white shoes. That's how much overspray single stage will do, and it's sticky. You're walking around the floor and you'll hear the stickiness of the paint just all over the place. That's when you're painting single stage. That's how it is. Okay, everything, your filters clog up. It's just ridiculous. Okay, I don't do a lot of single stage now. Every once in a while, I'll do a single stage. What's going on? Hold on one sec. The kids are leaving, and some of the kids are crying. But base coat, clear coat is a 2-stage, and you get very, very little overspray. You're not going to get too much color all over the walls, color all over you. It's very, very minimal. All right, and as long as you have good ventilation, it just goes out, no problem. Okay, so that's the difference with the two types of paint. What do I recommend, 1K or 2K? Well, it depends on what kind of job you're doing. All right, if you're doing a quick job where you just want to get it in and out and you're on a budget, single stage paints are great. Okay, if you're doing more of a custom job and you want to play around with the paint a little bit more, base coat, clear coat gives you that ability, because you could put in your clear coat time, you could put flake in it, right? You could put pearl in it. I don't know if you guys see any of the micro sequence flake in here, but there is micro sequence flake in this panel here. I don't know if you see it, right? But you could just do more with base coat, clear coat. That's the thing. That's the thing with base coat, clear coat. So, and base coat, clear coat is more custom jobs. So you could do pearls and flakes and this and that. Like here, you can see I did, this is all base coat, clear coat, right? I did a yellow, I did the blend job here, purple, did the flames. I actually pinstriped it, and then I clear coated over everything, right? So that's what you could do. And the way it's dried now, I could actually sand this down with 1500 and clear it again to get a better gloss if I wanted to do that. Okay, so you have a lot more playroom with base coat, clear coat. It's more of a professional style of paint. It will last longer. It's more durable. Okay. Can you correct imperfections on single stage paint like nibs and peel? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, you could do that. You just have to sand it out with like a 1500 grit, get out the nibbles, and then buff it out as you would base coat, clear coat, right? You buff it out with the wool pad. You're going to get the paint transfer on the wool pad because it's a single stage, right? That's normal. But you're gonna be able to buff it out with the foam pad as well and get that brilliant shine back. So yes, you could do that. They say to be careful a little bit when it comes down to heavy metallic single stage paint, because they say as you're buffing, you could cloud up the metallic in there. You know, that's what I've heard, but I've never personally experienced that problem. Okay, I've buffed out metallic paint, single stage, you know, color sanded and buffed it out with no issues at all. Okay, so it's just a little warning, but doesn't have to be a warning. Okay. I'll see you later, yeah? Thanks for coming. Be in touch. They're leaving. What stores sell auto paint? What I would do, Timothy, is uh, search for your local automotive supply store, like locally. You know, where do your auto body shops? Where is your auto body shop locations at? Right? What industrial areas are all the auto body shops in your town? Okay, because 90% of the time, the paint distributor, right, is going to be in that area. Okay, because not every auto body shop has their own mixing system. Okay, we never did. We always ordered from a paint shop. You know, if you are a huge paint company, right, auto body company, you got your own mixing system in the back, right? Most of the guys that I grew up with and doing all of this painting stuff, we never had that. We went to the auto paint supply house, or they would come over with the gun. They would get the paint coat off the car, right? And they'll make your paint for you. They sell clears, everything auto body, Bondo, this, that, primers, everything, right? In Hawaii, I used to use Highline distributors a lot, Sherman-Williams, PPG. There's a lot of paint shops all around. Here by me, I use English Color. Right, in Texas, English Color is big. So maybe if you're in that area, region, they are all over the country as well. So check out English Color and tell them Tony from Learn Auto Body and Paint sent you. You probably get a discount. I deal with them a lot here. Napa sells paint. If you guys have a local Napa by you, I would check out Napa. And you could also order paint online. Like if you're looking for paint online, I mean, you could buy, what paint did I buy online? I bought, because sometimes I just don't feel like driving, I'll order the stuff online. Like I've bought House of Color online. I've bought PPG online. I've bought, what is this other stuff I got? Here's one of my cabinets. What else? Advantage. No, this I got locally. I still have some Advantage. This is a cheap clear. All right, I wouldn't recommend this stuff for doing a nice paint job, right? And you get what you pay for when it comes to clear coat, because the cheap shit, you're going to get a lot of dieback, which is basically you clear your car, a week later it gets dull as shit. Right? It looks very dull. Like, what the hell happened to my paint job, right? You're not going to get that when you use high-end clears. Where is it? Like the USCON Cosmic Clear by House of Color. This shit's good. Like, you spray it on and it looks glossy. 10 months later, it'll still have that sheen, that gloss to it. So, holy shit. I got a freaking ant nest in here. Where's my spray? Live, coming to ya. I knew there was an unusual amount of ants. Check it out. And this wasn't here a couple days ago. Jesus. Holy shit. Talk about a great show, huh? This wasn't here a week ago, literally, because I just moved everything in here. Anyway, okay, let's get going again. We got a lot of questions coming up. Can you recommend a Snap Dry Clear? Fuck, now I feel like I have ants on me. Snap Dry Clear if you have experience with it. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Walt, be more specific. Is automotive paint repair a good enough career to provide for a family and make a life for yourself? Yes, it can be, Brian, but you got to be smart, okay? You got to be the one getting all the business, and you got to have workers for you. You don't want to be the one day to day doing all the body work, getting dusty, being around all that stuff. You don't want to be that. That's my opinion. You want to be the guy. Of course, you have to work. You know, if you're starting your own shop, you have to do it at first. But eventually, what you want to do. Fuck! I feel like I got ants on me. Eventually, what you want to do is, you know, you hire a body guy. You have your body guy do all the grunt work. You have a masker, or hopefully your body guy is all in one. Hopefully he could do everything. It's hard to find people like that. I mean, in the body business, there are prep guys, painters, and your body guys, and your finishing guys. I know I went all over the place, but you got your panel beater, body work guys, you got your prepping guys, you got your painters specifically. There's people who just paint. That's what I used to do, is they used to hire me just to go in. The car would be prepped in the spray booth waiting for me. I'd just go in and paint. I was 17 years old at that time. Getting paid $150 per paint job. I used to do 2 or 3 a day. Go in for an hour and a half to 2 hours, finish a car, go to the next body shop, boom, boom, boom. And then you got your finishers. And, you know, at small shops, one guy would do everything. Bigger shops, you'd have, you know, that's how it works. All right, quick feedback really quickly, guys. How are you liking this? If you like it, please like the video really quickly. Go down below right now. I'll wait for you and just click like and type in the chat box and give me some feedback. What do you think of this? I actually plan on doing these once a week. In the next 10 days, I'm going to be heading out to Japan. I'm not going to be in my shop. I'm not going to be able to show you, you know, things that come to mind if I want to show you like some stuff around here. I'm not going to be able to do that, but I'll be able to talk to you. I mean, do you guys like this? Do you want more of this? I plan on doing this every Thursday night around this time. Every Thursday night around this time. Okay, 8, 9, 10 Central. Okay, in that area. And before I do it, I will send you, for you guys on my email list, I'll send you an email update like, hey, we're going to go live. And if you're subscribed on Facebook, you guys will get the notification on Facebook, okay? Okay, awesome. Great, great. Thank you, guys. As long as you guys like this, I'll keep on doing this for you, right? Because I don't want to get on here with 10 people or 5 people and talk to myself, right? If I can have enough of an audience that, you know, we give enough back and forth and I could actually not waste my time, then I'll do this. All right? Okay, awesome, awesome. And before you guys go today, just make sure that before you leave, you go here and download your free 85-page auto body and paint manual. Most of you guys probably got it, maybe, maybe not, but there's a lot of content. It took me months to write that manual, and there's a lot of information that if you just maybe print it out, if you want to print it out, you know, you could sit on your couch one day and you're just curious, you could learn something, right? If you learn a couple of little nuggets from that, it's just going to increase your knowledge, because all the little things that you learn from what I'm going to be teaching you and all of this is skill sets that once you get, nobody can take them away from you, right? You can always have that skill set to save money or work on your car or whatever, okay? So that's awesome. So I'm just going to scroll up really quickly and let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay. What is your opinion? Frank said, what is your opinion on turbine setups like Fuji and Apollo? I'm fresh in the game looking for a compressor. Or, Frank, honestly, I haven't spent a lot of time doing that myself because I have my own compressor. right over there, right? So I got no real use looking into one, but a few of our VIP members have used those systems with good success. So they do work, okay? But I mean, I think if you're gonna, if you really want air, why don't you just get an air compressor? This way you could use it for everything. You could fill up the air in your tires. You got pressure. It's not just flow pressure. You got filling pressure. You could fill your tires. You know what I mean? So it all depends. If you want to go experimenting with the turbine system, then feel free. Let me know, because I've had VIP members, a handful of them, use turbines to paint their car, and they said it worked out no problem. So it's just a matter of, just getting it and doing it, right? Brian, I answered your question. Is automotive paint repair good enough to make a career for yourself? What size nozzle do you... Mike, there are many types, and let me get you an example here. Okay, hopefully we can see this. This is going to be fun. Hopefully we can see this. Okay, this is going to be pretty interesting here. Okay, 1 second. Let me get another flake. All right, let's just get into it here. I hope the lighting is okay. Let me set this up. All right, so we have 3 different flakes here, and once you buy one of these, they're gonna last you a lifetime, unless you're painting like a maniac, right? I literally bought this when I was like 18 years old, this mini flake. Okay, this is a little bit bigger. It's fine rainbow. This is ultra mini flake, and then this is jumbo flake. So let me open these up and show you what they look like. And I will also see there's a little delay on my side. So I can't really see exactly what you're seeing sometimes. So if we take a look in here, shit, you don't want to breathe this shit either. Okay. This is ultra mini flake. Very, very, very fine. This is one of my favorite flakes because you could still have a filter in the neck of your gun, and it'll come right out. Like, it's so fine, it'll give you a beautiful, beautiful flake in your clear coat, in your paint job. Okay. And you don't have to worry about your tip size. You could spray out of a 1.3, a 1.4 without any issues, and you're good. You could even leave the neck filter in. I recommend, taking it out, but you don't have to take it out. This flows right through it. Okay, and let me see if I'll wet my finger a little. See, I don't know how good the camera is, but that's what it looks like. Super, super, super fine stuff. Okay? Now, and you know what? I'm sorry, I don't know the exact size of these flakes. It doesn't say it on here. It's so worn out. But this is all John Kosmowski, House of Color. Okay, this is a medium rainbow flake here. If you take a look at this, okay, this is a medium size. When you're spraying with flake this size, I really recommend you to take the neck filter out of your spray gun. All right, take it out, because you're going to be spraying your clear coat, and all of a sudden it's going to start drying out. Like nothing's going to be coming out of your gun. That's because all it is getting clogged up in your neck filter. Okay. And this is awesome flake too. I actually put this rainbow flake in the rims of my motorcycle. It looks awesome. And let me show you what a neck filter is. Okay. So here is a Warwick 980 that I use. We sell these spray guns at the store. Okay. The neck filter is the filter right in here. Okay. You have a little filter right here. Okay. That's the filter that you want to take out. So you absolutely want to make sure you put a strainer up here. Right? You want to make sure you have a strainer. I don't have one. It's in my other cabinet. But your filter, okay? Your filter. You always want to filter your paint. You got the little paper filter. You put your clear coat in. All right, whatever. With micro sequence, you could just go right through it. With jumbo flake, you filter it on the side, and then you mix your jumbo flake, and you just spray it, and you put it right in. Okay? And let's see if I could open this up quickly. Hope I don't embarrass myself and show you how dirty this gun is. Well, I can't do it now. It's the wrong piece is unscrewing. It's in the middle here. If you look inside, you can see this little ball there. That's the neck filter. All right, so you want to take the neck filter out, basically. I don't spend too much time on that. Here, this is jumbo flake. Okay, this is the stuff that you see on boats. You ever look at those custom race boats? Right? You got that huge jumbo flake and they got like 20 coats of clear. This is the stuff they use. Okay? And you want to be spraying with at least a 1.6 tip with this sucker. Okay? 1.4 you could probably get it out. But 1.5, 1.6 might be better. You're going to be flowing it out like crazy. And then you do your clear coat. Now, when spraying flakes, you could do fucking bugs, man. You could do, you can use a inner coat clear, which is a clear base coat. All right, and then mix your pearls up or your flake in and then spray it on the car. So you would do your color, right? You would do your inner coat, which has your flake, and then you would do your clear coat, okay, with the thicker flakes. If you're doing a micro sequence flake like this, and if you have the balls and you're not scared that you're going to run, this is more for advanced people. You could just mix this right in your clear coat and just spray it. The only issue is if you run it, you're going to have a big metallic run. But that's the way I do it because I don't run. And then you could go ahead and put a plain coat of clear on top of that, right? So if you run it, no big deal. So that's how you do it. All right? Hi, do you like the 3M gun kit PPS system or go with the Warwick? Brett, you could actually get the Warwick and get the 3M PPS system adapter. We sell that at the store as well. And you can hook up that whole system to your Warwick gun, no problem, if you want to. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, it's basically the disposable cups that you use. I don't like them because I feel like I'm throwing all this plastic away in the environment. You know, I would rather... I like using these. I'll just clean them out and reuse my gun. You know, I'm not really into the disposable PPS systems. It's just a waste to me. You know, I don't want to dirty up the environment and put more plastic in the earth. You know, I don't support that. That's just me. Some of you guys may like that. All right. Orbital or DA buffer. You could use whatever. I use orbital. Okay, orbital high-speed buffer. A DA is more for sanding down Bondo and cutting down grits and stuff like that. Timothy Jackson, I already talked to you about stores and auto paint. Rewind a little bit, about 15 minutes or so, I get into auto paint. Can you recommend? All right, so let's see. What else? Clear coat. The clear coat. All right, so we got one last question. It's over. It's about 35 minutes now. I don't want to go too long. One last question here, and we will wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed the show so far. Hope you guys learned something. If you want to learn more, check out LearnAutoBodyAndPaint.com and get the free manual. And if you want to learn more and actually see everything that I talked about, check out the VIP course. I think you're really, really going to love it. We have thousands of VIP members across the world who are just learning so much from the course and doing their own projects. We have a lot of members opening up their own body shops and stuff like that. Okay. Alberto, the clear coat I just sprayed on my car just cracked completely after the second coat. Why that happened? Oh my God, that sounds very bad. I don't know what you mean by cracked completely. Like after dried, did it dry first and then crack, or did it start separating on the panels wet? I don't understand what you're talking about. So if you could kind of get back to me on that. I don't know if you're going to reply back, but it could be a chemical reaction, okay? If it cracks on, if it started cracking on after you sprayed it while it was curing. I don't know. It could just been a bad clear, a bad mixture. That happens a lot. You know, I've ordered paints. The fucking bugs all over the place. I've ordered paints directly from paint shops, and the freaking paint was bad. So you do get bad batches of clear coat. It happens, okay? And it screws up your day. It screws up your paint job. You get pissed off, but you got to redo it again. It happens. It's happened to me many times, believe it or not. At least 3-4 times over 20 years. I mean, that's a lot to me. All right, let me go down. Awesome. Wada Works just said VIP member here. I really like these Q&A events. Keep them going, please. I will. And I want to do these every Thursday night, okay? My other channel, How to Buy and Sell Cars for Profit, that's happening at the same time zone every Wednesday. And every Thursday, we're going to be doing auto body. All right? So just so you guys know, I'll be doing these every week, whether if I'm in Japan, whether if I'm in Mexico, whether if I'm back in Hawaii, whether I'm back at my home base on my shop here doing projects where I like to be. I love this place. But I've just been so busy. You know, we all have life to live, and I'm really, really busy right now at this time. I need to call the Orkin man. Yeah. So I just want to say thank you, everybody. I really appreciate you coming on. We had a nice group of people, 50 people plus, and it was worth. I got to say, it was worth my time getting on. You know, I would love to get to the point where, you know, we get 100 people on or 500 people on. Then it would be really awesome. You know, we could really get stuff going. Anyway, it's Tony from LearnAutoBodyAndPaint.com. Thank you for joining. Comment, like the video, share it with your friends. If you know anybody, you know, any friends that are into auto body or that want to get into it or just want to hear me talk and learn about it, just say, hey, yeah, my friend Tony's got this cool thing. He talks about auto body. Maybe you can get on and get your questions answered. Whatever. I mean, where else can you go and talk to an auto body guy or painter, a bodywork guy, a businessman who's had, you know, 20 years experience? I know I look young, but I've been doing this stuff since I was 14 years old. You know, I painted my first moped at 13. I grew up. My dad had a shop when I was born. I mean, I grew up with this stuff, you know? So I have a lot to give back to you, and I really want to grow this show. And so spread the word for me. Help out. Go to Learn Auto Body and Paint. Get your free manual. If you like VIP, check out VIP. Join, and I will also see you in there, right? So the next project is this sucker. Okay, we're going to be pulling off the bumper cover very shortly. Maybe we'll do that before I leave. I leave on July 3rd. All right, we're heading to Japan on July 3rd. So, you know, I'm very happy. We got the lift set up. This thing was a beast to set up, but we got that set up. A couple of things I want to do, and the Miata's not done. And when I get back from Japan, I'm actually in the market to buy a BMW M3 E46. I'm going to transform it into a race car. And I'm going to join the BMW Car Club of America. I'm going to document the whole process and share my experience with you. All right? So it's Tony. Click the like button. Regards from Colombia. Thank you, man. Colombia. That is awesome. All right. So I'll see you guys on here next week, Thursday. All right? I promise I will be here. Every Thursday is my commitment to you. I will be here from 8 to 9 o'clock p.m. Central. So 9 to 10 p.m. in that area Eastern. Okay? So I will be in touch. Thank you guys. Have a great night. Cheers. Cheers, guys. I'll see you later.